Hello everybody, my name is Dave. My channel is I Am Hopfrog. I'm relatively new to the vinyl community and I'm glad to be here. So thanks for having me. I just wanted to do my vinyl tag for 2022 and I'm going to be using the list that Rachel put together, taking 11 questions from Stunty, 11 questions from Rob Walker, Roger TARDIS Writer's questions, and as well as Proghat in no particular order. So let's get right into it. I wasn't sure if I had enough vinyl to fill all these areas, but looking through what I had, I actually did. And that was really cool. But without further ado, let's get into it right now, shall we? The last record I bought in 2021 was this. The House of Golden Bones. This is part 2. There was an earlier one they put out before this. This is put out by Stone Sour. The lead singer of this band is also the lead singer of Slipknot. I'm amazed at how awesome his voice is. He does a lot of acoustic stuff. You can check it out on YouTube. The guy can sing just about anything. He's amazing. He's in Slipknot and people just kind of write him off for doing the mass singing stuff, but his voice is incredible. The most expensive record I've ever purchased, and I'm embarrassed to say how much I paid for this record in the condition that it is, but it is Ozzy Osbourne's Diary of a Madman. I have this on CD, but this is on the original Jet label, as you can see right there. Had a bit of scuffing, and I got scalped at the store I went to. The record is in really great shape. Has the original liner with picture of the band, lyrics. But this takes me back to my early teens when I was going through a whole lot of stuff. I made a video on this. I'll put a link to that video on this album. I'm embarrassed to say that I paid $80 for this, but you can't really put a price on nostalgia, can you? And my wife's probably going to kill me. But I know people have paid a lot more for albums, but that was kind of like, oh, yeah, but it was very important to me. Next up, Show a Cheapo. And this is actually a really good album, but I got it for, let me see if I can do this first, see how much I paid for it. That's right, written with crayon, 99 cents. What could it be? Joshua Tree by U2. And I bought this at the local library by me. Nice fold that picture of the guys. Record is in really good shape. This is probably the most well-known album by U2. And I actually bought this before I had a record player. I bought this thing like about, oh man, I don't know, maybe about 6-7 years ago. I said, well, I'll find a record player sometime down the road. Sounds really great. Out of My Zone, and I kind of bought this as a joke a while back because I don't think anybody has it. And it's kind of more of just kind of like a conversation piece. Telly, that's right. Kojak, who loves you, baby? He's with his hit song. Actually, he does the song by Helen Reddy, "You and Me Against the World," which is the real reason I bought this, is because I wanted to see what Telly sounds like. I have not listened to it yet. I've just been super busy. But I thought that was awesome. I'm a big jokester, as you can tell. I laugh a lot, and if you've seen any of my videos, you'll see I do stuff. Moving on, number 5. Surprise find out in the wild. I found the secondhand 12-inch single of Buffalo Gals put out by Malcolm Mclaren. This is early hip-hop. Pretty cool. Malcolm Mclaren was the guy who put together Sex Pistols, some other bands, and this was when he went into some hip-hop thing. Buffalo Gals. Great song. Great song. Record from my youth. This was not something that I owned, but this was something that my stepmom actually owned, and I actually played the thing to death. I'm more of like a metal guy, thrash metal, regular metal, punk. But I really like this album. This is a great album. This meant a lot to me as a kid because there's lots of times I was like home by myself and I'd either read or listen to records. Sometimes both because I have ADHD, so I do both at the same time. Listen to records and read and do my homework and stuff. But it is Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player, starring Elton John. And this has Crocodile Rock, it has Daniel, and it has a couple other songs, but those are the most two well-known songs. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. A band that I was very aware of, but I never really gave them a listen, I kind of bypassed them, was this band right here, and I know I'm moving pretty quick, hopefully, was this band here, X. I get 2 albums. I just got these recently, that's why they're still in the shrink wrap. Great band from the 80s, punk band from LA. If you don't know anything about X, the movie Major League has a cover of Wild Thing done by these guys. Awesome band from LA. I really like them. I know I haven't opened, but I do like them. I've heard them online and other things. Okay, number 8. Show a non-record. When I was out thrifting, I found this on a Laserdisc. Now I just got to find a Laserdisc to play it on. But it is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I'll be back. This is the Terminator where the other Terminator turned into liquid mercury and melted and all kinds of stuff. Great movie. Got on Laserdisc. Got it for $2. It's in like perfect shape. Next, we're supposed to show a record from a family member. This isn't really a family member, but this is a record that was put out by some guys that I went to school with. I found it like, honestly, like about 35 years after the fact. I was just browsing at one of the record shops, and this is like 50 miles away from where I used to live. So I'm going through there, and I find this. Organized Crime. Punk band from the Inland Empire of California, Ontario. Some of the guys I think were from Brea. But I went to school with this guy, Fred. Sean I met before. Jesse I knew. And Jason. So Jason and Fred. Fred is still doing... Jason's actually doing stuff too. They're still doing music, you know, on the side and stuff. But I was like so amazed. It says $1.99, but they charge me like about $10 for it, I think is what I paid for it. But it's pretty cool. It's on red vinyl. It even came with a little bio sheet telling what the band was about. I go, wow, this is so cool. So I contacted Fred, who was the singer and guitar player on this, and I said, you'll never believe what I found. And I sent him a picture, and he's like, that's so cool. I go, if you don't have it, I'll give it to you. I understand it's, you know, really important. Oh, no, you know, keep it. That's, you know, he was just pretty excited that I found it. So, next up, number 10. I'm not sure if I've been doing this in order, but anyways, show some VCLT. Well, I got some right here. Michael Pilmer sent me the shirt from his band, Silica Gel. I'm like, why am I looking at it? I know the name of the band. They do a bunch of interesting noise stuff. There's him and another guy. And he's been talking about maybe doing some other stuff. So it's pretty exciting stuff. I sent him a guitar a while back because he was talking about Hayden needed a guitar. I'm a hack guitar player. I usually find orphan guitars, fix them up, and that's what I do. I've given away a few guitars. So anyways, he was pretty happy with that. I always get excited because I get a box from Michael with some really cool artwork, like a Cyclops. He always does the doodles. I keep these boxes. I told him I keep these boxes because I like the artwork on there. It's pretty cool. I just like that weird, I don't know. I've always been into kind of like hot rods and flames and, you know, weird art like that. And here's just a few of the CDs he sent me. I just grabbed a quick handful, but he sent me, I don't know, probably about 20 CDs, like just fairly recently. Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense, probably their most popular CD. And I like CDs because they're more convenient. I've been starting getting into vinyl. I have a bunch of CDs, but he's been throwing me down some CDs. Sly and the Family Stone. I love Sly. Even though I said I'm a metal guy, I love funk. I love Sly and the Family Stone. Awesome. Awesome. Cyndi Lauper. She's, what is this? She's So Unusual. This was a new wave comp. Mother's Milk, Red Hot Chili Peppers. This was probably the thing that really put them on the map. They had a couple things out before this, but when John Frusciante joined the band, he was like 17, 18, maybe even 16. Big Jimi Hendrix fan, and brought a lot of that into the sound, and it was amazing. Hillel, their previous guitar player, he passed away from an overdose. And, their early stuff's good, but that is just light years ahead. Mother's Milk. Okay, number 11. Things I'd give away. Well, I just brought this out as a joke, because I actually bought it as a joke, just so I can say, look what rare record I have. It's a Jane Fonda workout. It has all the exercises in there that you need. Getting ready for the new year, new you. Actually, I'll probably end up giving away this, and probably I've got Missing Persons. I have a duplicate of that. Billy Squier, I got a duplicate of The Stroke. There's a couple other things that people gave me, like I've got Rolling Stones Tattoo You. There's a few other things and some CDs. So I just got to kind of talk to people, see what they want, what they need. And I don't want to send something to somebody and make them feel like they have to take it. It's like, it's not my thing. But if somebody wants something, yeah, sure. No problem. First band I saw live. Growing up, I saw we lived kind of remote actually, but I would see a lot of local bands, like garage bands play in backyard parties and stuff. But the first really, really signed band that I saw live was Bon Jovi. And it was during his Slippery and Wet tour. I have that on CD somewhere. And that was back, we saw him, I had got rid of my records and I had CDs and stuff. Slippery and Wet. Bon Jovi sounded awesome. They sounded just like the CD, just like the record. Skid Row opened up for them. I don't know what was going on. Their sound guy must have been asleep or something. It was terrible. And I think Sebastian was drunk, and he was dropping F-bomb after another. And it's like, I know that's kind of the thing that rock stars do, but when you have 10 words and 7 of the 10 words are the F word, and it just keeps repeating, it's like, it gets old really quick. Really, really quick. Number 13. I'm moving through here pretty quick. Show an album cover with a duo. Well, there's no more famous... Well, there's a lot of famous duos. I shouldn't say that. But for me, Blues Brothers, John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, otherwise known as Jake and Elwood, the Blues Brothers. And this actually could double as a soundtrack, but yeah. Anyways, that's it. Album in shrink wrap. I actually found this. And this was another band. I mean, there's lots of overlaps here. This was another band that I'd kind of said, I heard, but I just kind of like... But this was cheap and on sale. It's still in the shrink. It's colored vinyl. Look at the U, just like the people in England do. And this is actually a German release. Mazzy Star. So Tonight That I Might See. I forgot the name of it. I just picked it up. But I bought it for Fading to You. I listened to it online. And all the songs are really good. I was like, wow. I love the slide part in Fading to You. I've been learning that and, double tracking myself and stuff. So I'm kind of working on some different things. I work full time. I'm a caregiver for my wife, and I collect vinyl and I play guitar. I like I said, I got ADHD. I'm all over the place. But in the shrink still, purple. You know what? Let's do it here officially since we're here. Let's take off the shrink. I've been wanting to do this for a while anyways. Take off the shrink. Show no mercy. And look at this. Purple vinyl. That's awesome. I don't know why I get so excited about colored albums. It's just, the black ones are cool. The black ones, I've heard from people, sound better. But, I just get excited about little things like that. Whatever. So that's the one in the shrink. Okay, an album, and I shuffled these around. An album from a different continent is going to be Nurse. The Nurse. This is a discography. This is Nurse. It is a Japanese punk band. And The Nurse. Really good. Somebody recommended this to me, and I got it. And this is on green vinyl, I believe. Let me take a look at this here. I believe this is on green. Yes, green vinyl. Can never have too many colored albums, right? And I need to work on something for my storage that I have here. I'm not very organized. Next up, show a punk album. I wasn't sure if I was going to show Dag Nasty, which is put out on Discord. Famous for putting out Minor Threat. This was put out in 1985. This is blue, I think. I'm trying to remember now. It's kind of like a seafoam green, kind of. Semi-transparent. Almost completely transparent. I guess you might call that like Coke bottle blue or something. I don't know. I'm not up on what the names are. I just like I like the music. I buy music that I think I'm gonna like. If I don't like it, I just give it away. I don't really know what these things are worth. So it's like I love music. I always have. But this is Fear, my other punk album I was gonna show. I've got quite a few punk albums I've collected recently, and this is on Bubblegum Pink. Pretty funny. It's actually kind of a splatter. You can't really see too well, I don't think. But I don't know if you call that Pepto-Bismol pink or bubblegum pink. I don't know what you'd call it. But it's a really good album. Fear, I Love Living in the City. New York's alright if you like saxophones. A lot of good stuff on there. Next up, show an album from 1982. I just found this earlier this week. Actually, over the weekend I found it. Got it for $1. $1, folks, at my local pawn shop. It is the one and only great Canadian Thunderkin, or Thunder. I don't know what I'm saying here. Anyways, it is Aldo Nova. And this is the earlier one because the headstock on his guitar is a standard 3-3 Les Paul. Later, he had a customized guitar that had the hockey puck, or I think they call it like the hummingbird neck or something. He had his own guitar. This has a song Fantasy, Ball and Chain, Under the Gun. His later album that has the other guitar on it rather, has Monkey on Your Back, which I think more people might know that. A lot of people know Fantasy, but anyways. This one I thought was going to be tough, but actually I started looking through some of my records that I forgot I bought. Probably last year I bought a whole bunch of stuff out thrifting, but I found this Surfer's Choice, Dick Dale. Look at that guy tearing up the wave, shredding there. Dick Dale, Miserlou. I can actually play that. It's pretty fast. Anyways, moving along. Number 19. That's number 9. That's something different. Something entirely different. Anyways, live album. It's a Lynyrd Skynyrd. It's called Southern by the Grace of God. And this was actually gifted to me by a guy who actually was cleaning up some stuff and gifted me his old Radio Shack console stereo system that has the old Optimus tower speakers, and it has the 5 CD changer, and I forget what the wattage is on the amp. It's pretty loud. Back in the day when they were selling this in the late 90s, early 2000s, this was their flagship system that was going for $1,000. So, and I've just run my Audio Technica into there. That's my setup right now. Let's see how things go in the future. Let's see. Okay. Number 20 is show an album that still has the price sticker on this. I had this years ago. I have this on CD. Picked it up on vinyl probably about a year ago. Jimi Hendrix Experience. Why did I say Axis Bold as Love? Are you experienced? I'm tired. Anyways, it has a sticker right there. I only paid $14.88 for that thing. It is almost everything I have here is reissues. So, and this was analog mastering from the original 2-track by George Marino. So that's pretty exciting stuff there. I love Jimi Hendrix. He's my favorite artist of all time. I've got quite a few of his things, and there's always more stuff coming out. So next, show an album with 8 or more people, and I'm like, man, what do I have? I know I've got Sly and the Family Stone, but that's like kind of, there's only a few people, and that shows like different images of the same people on there. So I started looking around, and I remembered I had this Imperial Leather. This is a punk band out of, I want to say, Sweden. This jacket was printed in Canada, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little orphan kids there. Imperial Leather. This is really good. I was, again, the person who recommended Nurse recommended this to me. This is awesome. I really like it. Moving along, soundtracks. I've got a few soundtracks, but I found this. Peter Gunn. The soundtrack from the television show Peter Gunn. And this is put out on Lion in full fidelity. I paid $2 for this thing, and the record's in good shape. So, like I said, I don't know what it's worth. It looked old. I liked it. So, Peter Gunn. I cannot play that on my guitar. Favorite CD. My favorite CD of all time is in the car. I left it in the car. But I do have it on album. And that is Axis Bold as Love. Like I said, I'm a huge Jimi Hendrix fan. And look at that. Beautiful. Folds out like that. And you got to hold it here so you don't drop the record. And this is on just regular black vinyl. I keep forgetting to pull the poster out. Yeah, it's got a poster in it and everything. That is cool. All right, there's those. I think that was from Prog Hat. What's your favorite CD? And then also 2 albums that you're listening to. Back in July, I got serious about losing weight, so I started listening to some faster paced music to help me out when I'm lifting weights or working on the treadmill. And I dropped about 25, 27 pounds about the end of July. And then with Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, I put a little bit back on, but I'm getting back into the routine. But anyways, enough about me. Let's get to those records, shall we? Is Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Rest in peace, Lemmy. And also Filthy Animal. Man, this guy is a machine of a drummer. He's just like so precise, so fast. Obviously, this has Ace of Spades and Bite the Bullet. The chase is better than the catch. Great album. So I'm listening to this a lot right now. And also, I'm listening to DOA, a Canadian punk band. Really good stuff. I think that's it for Prog Hats. And then now, I think this was Roger TARDIS Rider's thing. Okay, show an album with a spaceship on the cover. So I go, okay, well first, I'll go, well, I got this. I pick up like weird and interesting things from time to time. So I've got this original compositions by this guy named Dick Hyman. Moog, there's spaceship there. What is that, a lunar module there? Another one there. They're on the surface of the moon. This is really, really cool. Really bizarre sounding, but it sounds pretty cool. Planet P. It's got a little flying saucer right there. And then also, this I got recently here was Sleep. This is doom metal. And you see right there, there's another spaceship. It's got my spaceships covered. Now, show something square that covers records. So I thought I could share this. This is Joey Ramone with the Huntingtons. And the Huntingtons were a band that covered a lot of Ramone songs as well as did their own stuff in the same vein as the Ramones, and they all took the name Huntington. There's like Cliffy Huntington and all the other guys, but you don't care about that. Anyways, these guys were like big fans of Ramones, so they actually got to play with Joey Ramone. Play live, I think, live at CBGB's. That's awesome. Little 7-inch here. It's pretty cool. Look at that artwork there. So he spent some time hand drawing that. And then I think one of the vinyl tags, someone was asking about a pre-order. I pre-ordered this, Mammoth by Wolfgang Van Halen. This is the son of Edward Van Halen, as you can see. This is a really awesome album. The whole thing's like a tribute to his dad. And he played all the instruments, and people give this guy a hard time saying, why don't you play more of your dad's stuff when you tour and all this stuff? And it's just like, yeah. He does his own thing because he said that's the way his dad would have wanted it. And he does a really cool song called Distance, which is a tribute to his dad. The video is really touching and powerful. That's what it looks like. And also, this is a double album. And again, getting with the colored. This is on orange. I think I have almost all the colors covered. I don't think I have anything on yellow, though. I haven't seen anything yellow. The little 7-inch I showed you in my friend's band was in red. I don't have any yellow. I'll have to look. Maybe I do. But anyways, there's that. And unfortunately, I don't really have anything on an album as a box set. And I thought if I went out and bought something, it would be kind of cheating. But I did buy this like months before this thing was announced. And this is a box set of CDs by Eric Dolphy. The Waxed was talking about this guy. Really awesome jazz drummer. I don't know anything about jazz. And I heard a little bit of this. And I go, okay, let me look for, I was going to look for something. And I found this. This was like $12. It's 12 classic albums that were recorded from 1959 to 1962. I've only had a chance to listen to 2 of these CDs, but what I've heard on here, I really like. So thanks for the heads up on that, Wax. Rob the Wax, as you guys know who he is. And I guess that kind of wraps up here. Most of the time when I'm not doing stuff, when I like to relax and unwind, if I'm not playing guitar, I like to watch old B movies. Attack of the Killer Bees. Oh, the more cheesier, the better. And I just like it because it was like pre-CGI and people were creative with what they had. Very low budget, but still entertaining. All right, enough about me. Thanks for watching this. I'll see you guys in the community. I'll be in the chats and the peanut gallery and all that stuff. So see you guys later. Hop Frog out.